What's up YouTube, Kinky Wookie coming in for another video. This video will be on my recent topping at Des Moines Regionals with Blue Eyes Dragon Rulers. It was top 32. Well, technically I didn't top, I placed. But anyways, it was at Des Moines, Iowa. There was about 250 people there. I ended up coming in 17th place with Blue Eyes Dragon Rulers. I'll probably just tell you about how my experience was after I do the deck profile and tell you what I lost to, and because I ended up going X2 9 rounds, so 7-2 total. Like I said, I came in 17th place. This is my very first invite, guys, so I'm really happy about this, and I'm really proud of myself that I actually did it. But yeah, let's just get to the deck profile. Dragon Ruler still, 3 Blaster, 3 Title, 3 Tempest. And by the way, just a shout out, this card was MVP of the deck. I used Tempest Effect to search, when you drop him and another wind monster, so much that oh my god, this was the best card all weekend. This was just amazing. Ugh. And then triple Redox, because Redox is broken. And then, like I said, I'm playing the Blue Eyes version, so triple Blue Eyes. I'm kind of glad I got these versions of Blue Eyes. This is my favorite art of Blue Eyes, so yeah. Triple Blue Eyes and triple Stone, because this card's amazing with Card of Constance. It's another pot of greed for the deck, and it's a tuner, so it's pretty good. 2 Debris Dragon still, because Debris, I play Star Eater, and it makes Black Rose plays and Ancient Fairy plays, or even Orient Dragon plays now, so it's just really good. 2 Card Trooper, just to get your resources in the graveyard faster, and just still really good, and I kind of want this guy to die so I can just draw a card, so it's pretty good. And then one Corseska and 1 Guard just for the Blaster and Tempest tuner targets. 1 Red Eyes. I played Red Eyes because I end up doing Red Eyes OTK 4 times. I actually FTK'd someone with opening hand because I drew into Ravine, Red Eyes, Stone, and Debris Dragon, which equals, and a Blue Eyes in hand, so it equals a whole bunch of shenanigans. Yep. And then I took out my trade-ins and put in 2 Maxis. My logic behind this is because Maxi can stop your opponent from going off, unless if they do the Maxi challenge, and then you just draw more cards than trade-in would. And also, when this is in graveyard, it's a Debris target, and I can go Orient Dragon. Even though I never played Orient Dragon all weekend, this card was just still really good. Still triple Sword. This card is absolutely busted in this deck. I could see this card going to 1 for next format. This is just too good, because even at 2 it's so consistent and it helps your draw engine so much. And then so is Card of Constance, here I play 3. This card was just busted. Opening Stone in this card is a pot of greed, and then you draw into a sword, and then you banish. You get +2 of hand, so first turn you can end up with 8 cards in hand. It's just really good. And then triple Ravine. This card by far saved me in so many matchups, especially against spellbooks. This card was MVP against spellbooks. I played 2 spellbook guys, and I 2-0'd every single one. Or no, I lied. The first one he beat me game 2 because he had some weird tech. He teched in a magical cylinder, and I was not expecting that. But that's fine. But anyways, yeah, Ravine saved my butt against all the spellbook matchups I had. And I still play the 1 DDR. It's kind of like my Monster Reborn. Like in my last video, I told you that since Monster Reborn's banned, you banish more cards and send to graveyard, so just a Monster Reborn. Trap still, same, 1 Compulse, 1 Warning, and 1 Different Dimension. Every time I resolved Different Dimension, I won that turn, and I resolved it 7 times all day yesterday. It was really sacky. When I was at table 12 during the 8th round, I actually did a whole. He only had 1 back row. It was against spellbooks. He only had 1 back row, and I knew it wasn't Fate because he didn't search it or anything. So I ended up going. I went Blaster, banished 2 Blue Eyes, and then Title, banish another Title and a Blaster from grave. Go Dracossack, pop his back row, and then just return for game because he was at full health or full HP. So just really good, and I'm really surprised this deck did that well this weekend. But anyways, let's go into the side deck first, I guess. Side, 1 DD Crow, just against Dragon matchup, or basically, I teched it in once at Spellbooks. I never drew into it, but the reason why I would do it in Spellbooks is because if you get once they dump their world and everything, you can once they go life, you can just target it, and it's just good. 2 effect failure. I only side this in against Constellars because Constellars was by far my worst matchup all day, to be honest. Like, just Pallades is just a really good card, and I was just scared shitless of Pallades. So that, 2 Fencing Fire Ferret. I resolved his own effect multiple times and used him as a blaster target, and he's a 17 beat stick. That's just amazing. Like, people don't really understand how strong a 17 beat stick is this format, so kind of just poked for game. 3 space. I sided this in against every game. Like, if I OTK'd someone and I didn't really know what they were playing fully, I would just side in 3 MSTs just in case of whatever they sided in against me. And I also sided in 2 ferrets just so I can use blaster to pop cards, like problem cards. Because I actually had a guy sided in a macro against me and he got it off. And I was lucky the 2 turns later I drew into MST and just went off after that. Because I didn't go off. He was winning at that point, but then I just drew into too many dragons. 2 DNA Surgery. This card is absolutely busted against Boojans and Spellbooks. Like, it's so good because if Spellbooks, this is amazing because they can't Master, they can't Power, they can't Wisdom, they can't Fate. It just shut down almost all the cards, and it's just really good. 2 Record, because like I said, I'm scared crapless of Pallades, and this is also for Ophion decks, or Evil Swarm. I'm just scared of those Xyz monsters of those decks, so I chose these over Emptiness because I like Emptiness, it's a good card, but people can use it against you, because especially Dragons, because this version of Dragons, if there's an Emptiness on the field, you can't do anything, and you really just can't. And that's another thing, guys, I never had one Emptiness played on me. Like, I didn't see an Emptiness at all 9 rounds against me. People said they sided them. They sided a guy sided 3 of them and he didn't use them, or didn't get into them. But yeah. I got Triple Decree, or not triple, Double Decree. Every time I would set this, people would end phase MST it. This card never resolved for his effect, not even once, so I'm still keeping it against those rogue decks, but it's still pretty good. And I still side the one Eradicator that I resolved once against Spellbooks. He scooped game 1, or no, not game 1, it was game 2, because first turn I went Big Eye, and then I set this, and he's like, do you have Eradicator? Set it, because if you do, I'll scoop. So I flipped it, and then he had all spell cards in his hand, and he drew into more spells, and yeah, it was just really bad for him. But yep, that's the side. Extra deck, 1 Orient Dragon. The only way I can get this out is if I go Debris and get Max C from Grave, and then Synchro for this. I never went into it, but I chose this over the Heradic, rank 8 card for Blue Eyes. This card's just more vile, and it's just better, and it's easier to get out. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. I only resolved his effect once against the first Spellbooks. I went Ancient Fairy Dragon, I think like 3rd turn, and just popped his tower and grabbed Ravine, and then from there it was just my advantage. 1 Black Rose. This card won me, oh geez, I resolved Black Rose to nuke the field about 6 times, and then just go off with the dragons and OTK. This is an amazing card. 1 Dragon Archfiend. This actually won me my final round. I was playing against Constellars, and for some reason I don't know why, but he was setting his monsters instead of just summoning them and normal summoning and special summoning them and whatnot. So I went Red Dragon Archfiend, destroy that, and and his effect kicked in and destroyed the rest of them. And then next turn I OTK'd him because he didn't drew into a monster. 1 Stardust. It's pretty good. I only went into it like once or twice. I only didn't resolve his effect at all, but just kind of the Stardust, gotta play it. Colossal Fighter, never went into it. I only got Crimson Bladed once, and that was against Mermails. But other than that, like, there was no reason for me to do it. Double Scrap Dragon, by far best extra deck card in this extra deck. Won me a game against, oh geez, what was that? I think that was also, no, it was that weird deck. I don't know what it's called. It's like Beast Chain or Chain Beast or whatever. It's just really weird, and they play like Black Garden and whatnot. Like, I went this to pop the Garden and just attack, and it was just really good. 2 Crimson Bladers. I resolved him. My first round was a mirror match, Dragons. He was playing Dragonides though, and I just hit because I stopped his ducks and everything. So then I kind of won after that. 1 Azera. I only got him once, also during that same round. Actually, I got this first turn because I won the dice roll and I went Azera first. And then he didn't know what it did, and then when they read that during standby phase I get a Blue Eyes back, he was kind of scared. Star Eater, by far the best card ever. His effect is absolutely busted. I just usually, like against like back row decks, I just go with Star Eater and just poke with Star Eater. That's all I do and I win. One Gaia Charger, never went into it. I never had a reason to go into it, but I'm still going to keep it in just because it can go for game for piercing. One Big Eye, only went into it once, and that was just to Eradicator it. Pretty good. Draco Sack, I actually, this is what I was telling you about when I went Draco Sack to pop the Prophecies one back row, and then just ODK him for game. But yeah, guys, this is my Blue Eyes Dragon Ruler deck profile. I came in 17th place. Please tell me what you guys think, and this is my very first invite, to be honest with you guys, and I'm really happy that I'm able to go to Nats for 2014. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. KKWookie, signing out.